Good morning, Market Snipers. This is Jesse. Welcome back. 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right on the dot again. Here we go. It's already Taco Tuesday. That's what happens when you have Martin Luther King Day and the stock market is closed yesterday. But that didn't stop us. That didn't stop us. Yes, it stopped the live streams, but our consecutive streak continues at 13 consecutive live streams since the markets are while the markets are open, since our 75 streak. Our first ever streak that we started was 75, and we're already at 13. And it also didn't stop us from putting out a Bitcoin video yesterday, followed up with the free newsletter. So definitely go check that out. I did a full write up on Bitcoin. I talked about DOT and a lot of crypto assets looking similar, and then of course the Nasdaq, and then an opportunity alert over there. And I even talked about on the opportunity alert possible gap down today after the weekly buy signal. So the opportunity is there. Go check it out. Subscribe for free on the newsletter and subscribe here on the live stream free as well. Here we go. Rock and roll. Good to see you back, John Pye. Hello, everybody. Smash the like button. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Aldo, Aldo, morning, Olson. Good morning. On this fabulous Taco Tuesday. Can't believe it's Taco Tuesday already because, we weren't on the live stream yesterday. So, but if you're new to the channel, awesome. We're going to dive in deep to the charts. We're going to go hard. We're going to go fast for the first 15 to 30 minutes. And after the first 15 to 30 minutes, make sure to comment all of your requests ahead of time, early on in this live stream. Anything you want me to chart, any questions you have, just let me know. The ticker symbol, what type of asset it is, crypto, stocks, Forex, whatever it is. So if I have to search for it and it's not on my Sniper Top 40 list, which is a little bit longer than Sniper Top 40 list now, it'll just help me search for it faster and keep this live stream rocking and rolling over here. Caesar, good afternoon. Welcome back, Caesar. So we're going to dive in. Here we are, Bitcoin. Again, we did the video over here. Let's go over to, let's see. Let's check out. Do we have the live stream going over here? Is it going? Let me know. There it is. All right. Hey, make sure to come over to the live stream and share it. Come over there and repost it. Rock and roll. Let's go. So we posted a video yesterday and talked about Bitcoin, so we won't go too deep on it, but we will do a quick recap on it. And we talked about the weekly chart as well on Bitcoin yesterday. And again, we did that newsletter. So here we go. Hernan Arroyo Maso. Good morning, everybody. If I'm even close, Hernan, let me know. Hopefully I said your name correctly. That's why we have Aldo misspelling my name on purpose, just to keep the balance in order over here. Hopefully I said it pretty closely. If not, I apologize in advance. But Bitcoin, the quick recap is, let's do a recap. It was oversold back here in August. There was bullish divergence, followed by a reverse candle, followed by higher low, followed by higher low, and then price took off to the upside after that last buy signal here at $27,000, right? We know that. We always do the recaps just to kind of get in the flow. And then price is starting to get overbought, the orange candles, right? And then put in bearish divergence, followed by a reverse candle. We were looking for a possible lower high, possible sell signal, never happened, right? Remained bullish, and then took off to the upside. We talked about it. We covered it. Getting a candle close back above $37,850. Awesome. Arroyo. There you go. I got it. I'm rolling the R's hard today. I'm rolling the R's hard today on Taco Tuesday. Rock and roll. All right. And then it was bearish divergence. And then we talked about, hey, if we get a candle close back above 37,850, rock and roll to the upside. It did. Price became overbought again. Additional bearish divergence. We talked about watch out for a possible lower high. Watch out for possible sell signals. We talked about there's multiple pending sell signals over in here. None of them closed with the sell signal. All of them seem to be pushed. Price seemed to be pushed up in the 11th hour, aka the 23rd hour of Bitcoin candle close, and that's not by accident, right? That's not by accident, in my opinion. So it was pushed back up. Longer term target 4 was still on the table. We talked about it. We covered it back here. We put out two scenarios in the midterm. One, price goes up and hits longer term target 4, and then a possible correction after that prior to the halving. Or scenario 2, where it doesn't come up and hit target 4. It just puts in lower highs over here and then continues to trend back down. Both were possible future buy the dip scenarios. And of course, what we know now is that longer term target 4 was hit. This was one of the scenarios that was laid out about 6 weeks ago, right? The other one was that price was just put in lower highs and then come back down, right? So here we are. Longer term target 4 was hit. It reached $49,000. And then we were talking about how this, after hitting the $49,000 on this daily candle close back on January 11th, just 5 days ago, we're talking about that was looking like a very bearish daily candle close, right? And it looked very similar to the MicroStrategy bearish candle up here, where it pumped all the way up to $727, $728 over here, and then closed bearish. We were talking about from January 2nd, could it be a leading indicator? It looked very similar, right? It was looking very similar. And then the next day it sold off, right? We talked about this in real time because MicroStrategy also gapped down, sold off, bounced back up. Michael Saylor allegedly sold. I never looked at the SEC filings, but someone posted the SEC filings over here that Saylor was selling over $200 million worth of stock on MicroStrategy, and then price started to break down to the downside. Candle closed below the trending dots, below the upward trend line, and then came down and tagged 4 out of 4 targets to the downside. Now, going back over to Bitcoin, we talked about it, we covered it, looking very similar. Could find support temporarily, bounce back up into the trending dots, and this retracement target here about 44,300-ish, 44,300-ish. Could also come back up into this retracement target here, or all the way back up here. Put in a wick somewhere around there. We've got this phantom downward trend line because we have 0 touch points so far, right? We have 0 touch points. These are just futuristic possible touch points. No, we can't predict. No, but we've seen similar patterns play out, especially in Bitcoin, over and over and over again. We will see if we get this next buy the dip scenario, possibly before the next halving. Could take even longer, right? We don't know how long it's going to take. Maybe the phantom trend line's more like that, and then we have to put the arrow outside like that. So wherever that is, wherever the next buy the dip scenario is, less likely here, it's possible. More likely here, and of course, more likely down here. Could be a possible double bottom, could be bullish divergence, could be a possible slightly higher low. We don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to wait for it, and we're going to buy the right dip, right? So could possibly bounce back in, put in a lower high, and then come back down. If you want to spend more time on it, definitely go check out that video that I posted, and check out the newsletter. I did a full write-up on it over there. Let's keep going. Let's look at gold starting to sell off again. Coincides with the dollar, right? The dollar. What is the dollar, the VIX, and the 10-year yield all have in common? Drum roll. Yes, they all have a pending buy signal. Correct. You are correct. Mala, good morning. Long time market sniper queen over there. She's been in the Discord for since day one, going on almost 2 years. I think it was March 2022. She got into the Discord, one of the first ones. Good to see you back, Mala. Market sniper queen over there. Gold breaking down again, right? So bearish divergence was looking like a lower high. Sell signal pumped back up. This could be putting in another lower high over here. Pending sell signal on gold. Silver had a reverse candle. Looks like it was getting close to possibly breaking out. Higher probabilities above this downward trend line. And it's just starting to sell off again. It's possible it puts in a higher low over here, right? So a higher low could look like something like this, right? Possible slightly higher low, and then comes out like that. If not, lower prices, right? Obviously. So that's all I can say on silver. It is currently below the 200-week moving average again, right? We talked about it even back here. Could gold also come back to the 200-week moving average? I put a poll out there a while back. It is possible, right? We'll keep an eye on it. Bitcoin dominance crashed all the way down to 50.83% roughly, and could be getting a bounce back up into the trending dots. We will see if it puts in another lower high, right? It had bearish divergence, reversal candle, a lower high, and then just sold off hard, right? Ethereum, we drew this out a week ago, roughly. Yeah, about a week ago. Could it come up and hit this longer term target similar to Bitcoin? A lot of people are asking me about it. A lot of people are asking me about it. They're thinking about it, But hey, it hit this longer term target here. It's possible it hits this longer term target here, and maybe there's a retracement. What if it hits this longer term target similar to Bitcoin, right? These are all possibilities. Bitcoin hit longer term target 4. Will Ethereum hit longer term target 3? And if so, will it hit longer term target 4 prior to Bitcoin's next halving moment? It's possible, right? It's possible. So we will see. Is this a bull flag, right? Is this a bull flag? If so, you kind of do an eyeball test here. You know my thoughts on patterns. But if this is a bull flag, right, you kind of see it could come and take price all the way up into this target, maybe even higher from there. We will see. It's possible. It's just kind of a wait and see. Also, it could be putting in a lower high. We don't know. But if it starts closing back above $2,617, the probabilities just started to increase even more that we're going to go up and see longer term target 3 get hit. Remember, Bitcoin hit longer term target 4 and looks like it's might be starting its correction. We will see. DOT, right? So this was on the newsletter. We talked about it. We covered it. This is the whether it's the buy dip here, or comes down and hits longer term targets 3 and shorter term target 3, shorter term target 4 is possibly for the next buy the dip scenario. There's a lot of confluence area, even down to like $5.80 and even lower, $5.50. And so we will see. We'll see how it plays out. Lower high, possible lower high. We will see if it puts in a higher low. Too early to say. It's hit 2 targets to downside so far. Double wick bottom over here. And we'll see if it kind of takes out that from there on DOT. A lot of these crypto assets are going to look very similar. So we're going to go through them very quickly. We're not going to spend too much time on them. They're all mapped out with the next possible buy the dip scenario, whether that's up here, or back down here, right? So we will see. 4 out of 4 targets have been hit to the downside on sand. Is that it? We don't know yet. Could it regain the trending dots? Possible. Will it break out to the upside from this downward trend line? Possible. Will it have a pending buy signal in the near future? It's possible. Those are all possibilities. Had a bigger correction from wick to wick down here, hitting 4 targets, almost 36% correction. We expect that along the way for crypto assets, at least 30-40% corrections along the way. Could mana look very similar? Possible, right? Mana, you got over here, you've got a from wick to wick over here, you got almost 35%, possible higher low. We will see if it regains the trending dots, see if it breaks this downward trend line and gets a buy signal. And then, of course, another milestone will be taking out this lower high here at 48.5 cents over there on mana. Although everything is possible. Yep. Luis Escanillo. Jesse, I know it is odd, but can you do AR? Yeah, no problem, Luis. We're going to do all requests on the second half of the live stream. If you could do me a favor and let me know, is it crypto? Is it stocks? And then give me all the details. Are you looking to long it? Are you in a long position? Are you shorting it? Whatever it is. And we will take a look at it on the second half of the live stream. We're going to keep going. Chainlink, we have this mapped out like this, right? After that bigger correction here, you're looking at from there to there, about 31%, let's call it. Reversal candle, battling. Is this another higher low? Possibly another buy signal at 1470. It's battling. The trending dots are green, starting to trend back upwards, right? So we'll kind of take off to the upside. It's possible after that correction. It's already regained the 200-week moving average again. Near has only hit one target to the downside. So we're going to be cautiously optimistic that it's possible that it also hits lower targets first before the breakout. So cautiously optimistic that the bottom is in, because it is trending downward right now. It is trending downward right now. This could possibly be the low. You got a wick all the way down, double wick bottom here to 37%. It's possible it doesn't hit more targets to the downside. So we're cautiously optimistic because it is trending downward. A higher probability is breaking on this downward trend line, wherever that is, right? Wherever that is on near. Solana has not hit any of these targets to the downside. We will see. A higher probability is breaking out for this downward trend line. Higher probability is you get a buy signal and back above the trending dots, right? Back up at like above 90, almost $99. You know, if you start seeing a breakout up here, right? Higher probability that these longer term targets get hit and that the correction is over. But to be aware that there are targets to the downside that have not been hit. Obviously, there's been targets to up here that at least one target that was hit to the downside back up here. So one target has been hit. Target 2 has not been hit as of yet. So just one target so far. Cardano, 2 targets to the downside has been hit so far. We will see. Cardano had from wick to wick, you're looking at almost 32%. If you round it up, about 32%. So that's crypto right there. Nvidia still pumping hard, right? Still pumping hard. Still ultra bullish, right? We pointed this out on the live streams. We pointed this out in the Discord, all that stuff, right? We called it that, hey, it was breaking out to the upside. And yes, there's this huge gap of 20% back here at 305. And I would be surprised if it doesn't get filled eventually. But as of right now, it's ultra bullish on the weekly chart. It consolidated for about 5 months, right? Abercrombie and Fitch target 2 is up here at $657. They both took out all-time highs. They both have hit longer-term target 1 on Abercrombie, aka ANF. And it's possible that NVIDIA also hits longer-term target 2. And then I even put these longer-term targets on Bitcoin as well. So could Bitcoin go through a consolidation similar to NVIDIA first before the halving? Yes, it's possible. Bitcoin hasn't even taken out the former all-time high from 2021. So once it takes out the all-time high, assuming that it does, and assuming we're back in a full bull run, heading into the halving, then it's possible these targets start to get hit. We have them already mapped out on Bitcoin. There's another reason why price could come back up into this area for Bitcoin as well. So it'll be interesting to see if NVIDIA also hits Abercrombie and Fitch target, longer term target 2 way up here. NVIDIA already hit like 4 out of 4 targets down here. And then this is once the former all-time high is taken out, price is in discovery mode and it is pumping hard on the weekly chart, right? ANF, here it is, took out former all-time high, hit this target here, and is above target 2. So it's even possible. Does NVIDIA even go above target 2 of ANF? That would be crazy. A lot of people are talking about shorting NVIDIA, right? I'm not shorting NVIDIA. It is ultra bullish. It is hard, going hard in the paint up here, and it is pumping hard. See if it gets up to this target up here. That would be insane. Up here at $655. That would be insane. Let's keep going. Crypto. Thanks, man. You got it, Luis. We'll circle back. Have a great day, Jesse. Thank you. Appreciate that. 4K mods. Jesse, sup? What's up, 4K mods? Welcome back. Let's keep going. Let's look at the mining stocks over here for Bitcoin, Bitfarm. We drew this out back here probably about a week ago, right? Yeah, about a week ago. drew it out that price to come back up here, put in a lower high like it did, and then it reversed right back down, had a sell signal, and then could it find support of the 200-week moving average? Sure, definitely. Could it find support at key target 3? Definitely, right? I kind of drew this out as an eyeball test to target 4. It's possible it comes back down here as well, and then find support, and then let's keep this for now. We'll keep this trend line for now. But wherever it is, that could be the next possible buy the dip scenario on Bitfarm, whether it's over here, whether it's down here. We don't know yet. It's too early to say, but that's what we're kind of watching right now on Bitfarm. A lot of them are going to look very similar. CLSK filled the gap today, right? It gapped down slightly, came back, filled that gap, but filled this gap from back here on December 1st. So filled the gap and even hit target 3, right? Hit target 3. Let's change that right now. Boom. 3 targets to the downside so far. We'll continue to watch Clean Spark as well. A lot of people blindly putting in buy bids back here at 927. I'm seeing it all over as quote unquote experts, quote unquote multimillionaires, right? Because they make so much money in the markets, right? But they're doing blind bids back here as it's going through a correction. Not my strategy. That's not my strategy. What made you look into ANF initially, by the way? I'll circle back with that question. I have a specific reason why. I have a reason why. It has to do with Google. So I'll let you know what that the reason why is. A good question, Aldo. It seems pretty random, right? It seems pretty random, but I had intent of and why I end up finding it. So 3 targets to the downside, gap filled from December 1st. It's possible it comes all the way back down here. Hut. No, it's not a football reference. It's not, no pun intended for playoff football, right? Right. So Hut came all the way back down to $9. As we can see, hit lower targets down here, right? Came all the way back down. Well, that's Marathon Digital, but Marathon Digital is still breaking down as well. Riot, the eyeball test hit 4 out of 4 targets. Eyeball test drew these targets out. All 4 of them were hit. We gonna make it, aka Valkyrie Bitcoin miners ETF, still trending downward. Hive, right? Hive, MIGI. That's an old one, right? It's an old drawing. So lower high breakdown. MIGI, right? Still going through correction mode. Not even a sell signal yet. Could have a sell signal, but longer term, right? Still a lot of longer term potential. This is more of a shorter term correction, in my opinion. Shorter term could be a month, could be weeks, could be months. We don't know. But to me, that's still shorter term versus like a longer term possible play. Let the trending dots kind of catch up. And you got the 200-week moving average way up there, right? Way up there. Trending dots way back here, $1.56. So Hut came all the way back, pretty much a round trip. And I posted a target in the Discord that it nailed perfectly and came off of that. And it would be below target 4, right? Came below target 4. Possibly it found support. We will find out. Let the trending dots kind of catch up and wait for a higher probability reversal over there on Hut. On this fabulous Taco Tuesday, Wolf, right? Possible, could be finding support. We will see. Too early to say. Posted this one in the Discord over here. Just wanted to, and this is going to Imagine, IMGN, Imagine, Immunogen Inc., right? This was a 77% gap up. I know it's only going to say about 72%, but when I went down to the 1-hour chart, that it actually from wick to wick was a 77% gap up. That's insane. But let's not stop there. There's another 70% gap up back here, right? It would be insane. I posted all the details in the Discord over there. It would be insane if it gapped down and this was like an island top over here. So we will see. We'll see if it breaks down from there. Currently at $29.64. Yes, I may or may not have shorted this with options, lunch money, of course, but that lunch money could be pretty big. I'll keep you tuned in, and we will see. Not financial advice. None of this is, obviously, educational purposes only. And always do your own research, and especially playing with options could be high risk, right? You could lose every single dollar on your options. So don't do it unless you are ready. Check internet, computer, ICP. Okay. What made you look? Okay. Got it. So if you were to drop down like to a lower time frame on this one, though, just wanted to kind of just show you, like, there's not even a sell signal on the 4-hour chart yet. There's even bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart, and then there's a possible lower high. That would be insane move if we see a big drop here, right? If we see a big drop here on, imagine the drop. I feel like IMGN should be labeled imagine, right? So we will see. We'll see if it plays out or not. It's lunch money. It's not the end of the world if I don't make any money. But that lunch money, I put it out. I think it's like 3 months, right? So 3 months, I could just sit on it and wait on it. I don't think it's going to take that long because it was such a huge gap up. So it's either going to hit big or it's not. And at the end of the day, I'm just not going to be able to eat for a few days. So we'll do that. We'll call that. Just wanted to show you that one. Let's get back on the weekly chart, right? So this one I posted in the newsletter, right? With all the details. And it was showing after the weekly buy signal at $6.83. And in the newsletter, I said, watch out for shorter term pullback. I said, watch out. It could possibly gap down because it was getting overbought on the daily chart. So, and lo and behold, it gapped down today, right? So gap down. So if you bought based off of the buy signal on the weekly chart at $6.83, guess what? Price is only at $6.03 today. Could it go lower? For sure. For sure it could go lower. But what I was drawing out on the newsletter, and I put all the details in it, so I'm not going to do that here. But I even drew it out kind of like this, and there could be a higher low possibility, right? Maybe it even takes a week or two to play out, but maybe not. Maybe it's just comes back down, retraces a little bit, and then ends up even positive on the weekly chart, right? That would be bullish. And if so, that would be amazing because even from right here, we're looking at, here, let's get back on the cursor over here. What an opportunity it could be. I was talking about the opportunity from the buy signal at 683 could be a 70% move, right? Well, here we are. Price retrace back down, gap down, what I was saying, watch out for. Now, instead of 70%, it could be a possible 95% to the first target. And then the possibility of retesting the 2-week moving average. Go to the newsletter, subscribe over there. You can find it on the website, or you can find it on my main Twitter account over there. You can find the indicator .pro and www.theindicator.pro. And I'm doing more and more long form weekly newsletter updates, and then I even throw in like Bitcoin videos and stuff like that. So that is on. That's what I want to kind of show you. NASDAQ on the daily chart. This is what we've been kind of talking about on the live streams, right? We've been covering it from all the way back here, right? Bearish divergence, breakdown, sell signal. Looks like it was finding support. We talked about this on Friday. We had already drawn this up, possible lower high. We will see. Too early to call it still. It was looking more like it down here at $16,812 last night or early this morning. But too early to say this is a lower high so far. We will see. But it does line up with the dollar, the VIX, and the US 10-year yield. We're going to take a look at that as well. Here's SP 500, possible lower high. Dow Jones breaking down as we speak, right? Possible lower high, bearish divergence. We talked about it. We put this out a long time ago, right? We put this out way back here, right? So it's going to hit my first lower, shorter term time frame that I put this back out here, right? Possible. So if you took this short position, it would never stopped you out, right? It would have never stopped you out, and this would still be in play. And what I was pointing out was that the NASDAQ, SP 500, Russell all took out this pivot point. Dow Jones has not yet, but is trending that way hard now. And that was a 4.28 risk to reward ratio and 1.55% multiplied by futures leverage, right? So there it is. That's where we're at. It's trending downward right now. And then you got these retracement targets down here below that first pivot point there, 37,400-ish. You got this gap, 36,200-ish, right? So that's the Dow Jones. Russell 2000 continues to sell off, right? Closing in on target 2 on the daily chart. The DXY, we talked about this, has a pending buy signal. Target 1 was hit again a second time, trending towards target, this next target. This is target 2. The target 1's down here, target 3, target 4. We even mapped this out back here almost 2 weeks ago when the wick came down here. It could come back down, put in a higher low, and then come back out like that. And it's ahead of schedule, right? U.S. 10-year yield looking very similar, pending buy signal back into the target 1 over here instead of target 2. VIX up almost 6%. We talked about a low. We talked about a possible higher low. Another double bottom over here, another possible higher low. And then lo and behold, it gapped up back above the trending dots. And we have a pending buy signal right here on the VIX. The volatility S&P 500 index, which is volatile for S&P 500, usually correlates with a correction in the markets, and it's lined up pretty good. Pending buy signal as we're watching this in real time. It flipped off, it flips on, flips off, flips on. We will see if there's a buy signal in the near future. And then, of course, candle close back above $14.16 is a milestone that signals that we're probably going to go up and see higher targets be hit. Talked about how it retested 200-week moving average. Could it retest the 200-week moving average again? It's a moving target. We will see. Gold futures, we already covered. Gold, let's see. What else? And then we're going to circle back. We're at about 32 minutes. We're going to circle back to all your requests. Uzair, Aziz, good morning, Jesse. Let's get this money. Call me Tony. What's up, Tony? All right, Tony. I'll try to remember that. Everyone's got a different name, whether it's the Twitter, X app, whether it's a YouTube app, whether it's a Discord app, whether it's your email, whether it's your billing email. Oh, my goodness. It's hard to keep everyone straight, so I'll probably just call you Uzair because I don't know if I can remember Tony with all that. So unless you change your name to Tony, probably won't remember you over there. Gold, just because there's so many names, but gold futures, one thing to keep in mind, there's a small gap here at $1,850 roughly ish, right? It is possible. We talked about how silver could take, silver went all the way back to the 200-week moving average. Silver did go all the way back to the 200-week moving average, right? So it's possible gold does as well. There's a small gap down there just below it. So we will see. It's possible. So we're going to take a look at it. Myrna, Bacon, SQQQ, Myrna Bacon, Market Sniper over there, Market Sniper Queen over there. We were emailing just yesterday. So good to hear from Myrna. And so we'll see. She was talking about SQQQ over here, which is the inverse bear ETF short of, yes, you guessed it, the NASDAQ, right? So we'll see. It was getting oversold, possible higher low. If so, that kind of lines up with the NASDAQ lower high. So too early to quite call it yet. And if you redraw the trend line, higher probability is price getting back above the trending dots. Higher probability back above this downward trend line. Higher probability you get that pending buy signal all happening about the same time, SQQQ, or they gap it up while you're sleeping. So sometimes it pays off to be ahead of the market makers and higher risk. Sometimes higher reward. So we will see. Let's jump over to Magnificent Seven real quick. Let's take a look at it real quickly. Besides NVIDIA, Meta, was getting ultra bullish, and now it's starting to break down a little bit on Meta. We'll keep an eye on it, down 1.39%, right? So we'll keep an eye on it. It's still bullish as of right now. Amazon down 1.44%. Possible that this is bearish divergence, right? It's looking like bearish divergence. If we're taking a look at it from here, this can't, nope, nope. Yeah. Amazon, right? We got bearish divergence, right? Bearish divergence. Of course, higher probabilities coming down like this, closing back down. It is possible, right? Let's redraw this. Amazon. There we go, right? Break down, come back up, additional bearish divergence, right? Let's draw another trend line. Let's put it out like that, right? So we will see, if it puts in another lower high, we can see some lower prices on Amazon. But as of right now, still bullish on the daily chart, still bullish on the weekly chart. So too early to say, right? Too early to say, but could even be bearish divergence on the weekly chart. So maybe a possible trend change. We don't know yet. Like I said, too early to say, but something to be aware of, right? Something to be aware of. So that's what we're kind of watching there. Kind of delete that right now. And then we'll do our typical, trend is your friend until the end, right? Possibly. If we can get the arrows going, right? So you got the arrow going up like that. Add another one. Let's put down below this trend line like this. Boom. And let's go red, right? All right, there we go. Get in real time. Boom. Got it. Microsoft, 0.29%, was ultra bullish, pumping all the way up like this. Possible puts in longer term bearish divergence, right? Possible longer term bearish divergence. These targets will have to get redone. It only hit one target to the downside, and then now we'll have to redraw them out if it puts in additional bearish divergence. We'll see. Tesla came all the way back below the 200-week moving average. Is it going to find support and bounce back up? It's possible on Tesla. Still trending down, though. Doesn't mean it's a buy signal for me. Just, it'd have to find support and then look for a higher probability reversal. Bearish divergence, reverse candle, broke all the way back down. From here, this could be a possible higher low. Just too early to say in Tesla. Again, I'd be waiting for that higher probability reversal. Could take some time to play out. Apple down 1.85% with another gap down. So you got a gap up here that hasn't been filled yet, breaking down, and then we will see. Was there a breakdown? Come back up? Is it going to be? It's bearish right now. The daily chart is bearish right now. That's all I can say. The weekly chart is currently pending another sell signal. Maybe it doesn't even pump up that high for a possible lower high. Just there's a gap there, so it kind of made sense. So we will see, right? We will see how it plays out. Got bearish divergence there. Sell signal, pump back up in the trending dots. Currently a pending sell signal on the weekly chart. We will find out on Apple as of right now. Just bearish. Google, weekly chart holding on, still bullish. Daily chart, still currently bullish. These candles are starting to look a little bearish, though. So we will see how it works out with it. That's pretty much it for the Magnificent Seven. Let's switch back. And let's go back through all your requests and keep that going. We're already at 39 minutes in, and we're going to try to get through the requests in the next 20 to 21 minutes. And we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin, currently up 1.35%, 43,000. And we'll keep an eye on that while we're on this live stream over here. Listen to John. John's a very smart person. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Good to see everyone back here. Good morning. Can you please chart Filecoin? Dank raids. First one to post the comment for Filecoin. Sure. Let's take a look at Filecoin. Crypto, right? Filecoin. If you don't let me know what exchange, right, then I'll just pick the first one because some are going to have more history than others. So Filecoin, I don't see Binance. I'm sure there is Binance, but we'll just select Coinbase. might be a better exchange out there. But yeah, it looks like a lot of the other crypto assets dank. So dank raids, you've got bearish divergence, price broke down, right? Price broke down and cleared out 37% so far. Seems like the bearish divergence could be cleared, but I would wait for, obviously not financial advice, but me personally, I would wait for some sort of, uh, you know, this is not a very good trend line drawn right now, I don't think, but maybe something like that. It's a little steep. Uh, but I would wait for a higher probability reversal. It's possible that the bottom is in. It's just too early to say. And it has another pending sell signal, currently is bearish. So if you had something like this where, you're kind of waiting for that next possible buy the dip scenario, right? What would that look like? Let's see. Possibly like that, right? I don't know. It's not drawn very nicely in my opinion. Maybe you got to drop over to the line chart, right? Maybe you redraw this from the line chart on this one. Usually I do it from the wicks, but that might be a little bit better, right? So it's still in a downtrend as of right now, and then I would just kind of like draw out that next arrow to the upside. If you get back above the trending dots, if you get back above the downward trend line, let's flip back to the candles over here. Maybe it's something like that, right? And it's already 37% correction so far. So if it gets back above the trending dots, gets back above the downward trend line, all that stuff, then it would be a higher probability of a reversal. Of course, another milestone is candle close back above $6.46. So I hope that helps right now, but doesn't mean the bottom's in. Could be a double bottom. Could put in bullish divergence, meaning lower prices. Sitting at the edge of a cliff on RSI, it's possible if it's found support, and it's also possible that it could go much lower. So too early to say. It's not clear as of right now. Hope that helps. Dank, if you got any follow-up questions, excellent. Excelente on Taco Tuesday. Arroyo. Yep. Got it. Everything's possible. Let's see. Crypto. AR. Got it. All right. AR. Let's jump on it. AR tether. Let's do that one. So AR had that bearish divergence, reversal candle, came all the way back down near the 200-week moving average, right? Let's kind of zoom out here. Antero Resources, right? So huge, massive pump up all the way to $48 back in July 2022. Huge, massive pump up, right? And that looks like it hit target 4. So it looked like it also hit like target 4, similar to what Bitcoin just did, right? And then went through this correction. So pumped all the way up, regained the 200-week moving average. And in June 2022, looks like it probably hit target 4, came back down, put in a lower high, and then it's been going through a correction ever since. So if you're looking at this from like a possible buy the dip scenario from a longer term standpoint, the higher probability is going to be, finding a reversal somewhere around there, right? So this is based off the weekly chart. So if something like that, right? It goes through this correction. You can see from June all the way till here, you've got a year and a half correction, right? So a year and a half correction, that's a long time. That's a long correction, right? So that's a higher probability of reversal. You have bullish divergence going back to March 2023. So once you start getting back above the trending dots, once you start getting back above this downward trend line, and once you get another buy signal, it's going to be a higher probability of a trend reversal for the longer term. You do have a weekly candle reversal back here. It's possible the bottom is in, but it's too early to call it. You could probably even draw this trend line like this, right? If you draw like that, that's probably more aggressive. So if you got this downward trend line like this, you got a reversal candle, price came out, broke the downward trend line, not once, but twice, could be back testing, and then that could be your next buy the dip scenario, regain those trending dots, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. Too early to say as of right now. The bottom is not officially in. It could be in, but not officially in. Could be a possible double bottom over here, double wick bottom over here at $20. So that's up to you to decide. I'm not here to give financial advice, Luis, but that's what I'm kind of seeing. Higher probability, out there. And then, of course, if you add it out like that, that would be even another higher probability and getting back above there. So if price regains like this, does something like that, that is the higher probability, puts in a higher low, right? Puts in a higher low. So there it is. Hope that helps. Let me know. Have a great day. Yep, you got it. You got it. You got it. Maybe selling a video when Pelosi does. Who knows? I bought when she bought. Okay. Yeah, that has nothing to do with my trading strategy. So do what you do, 4K mods. That wouldn't be my strategy. What made you look into ANF initially, by the way? Well, so I was Googling best performing assets of 2023, right? So I wanted to find out what assets might have been pumping hardcore in 2023. And one of them was ANF, right? So where's ANF? Where's ANF? ANF. Let's find it. We might as well look at it, right? So ANF here. There we go. So ANF, if you look back from May 2023, even going back to, call it even from this last buy signal in May 2023, you had a buy signal on the weekly chart, and it started to regain the 200-week moving average at $24, right? So I Googled it, and like the top 10 assets that performed in 2023, and ANF was one of them. So I started looking at it, and there was a lot of the chart was looking very similar to NVIDIA and some other stocks where it not only took out the former all-time high, but just started to go parabolic, right? Started to go parabolic. And now we're looking at NVIDIA looking similar. Yeah, NVIDIA did have a longer term consolidation around here. But ANF did not. ANF just took off purely to the upside. Top could be in, right? The top wick could be in, but it's way too early to call it at $99.59. I'm not shorting it. I'm just using it as a guide. Doesn't mean I won't short it in the future, but I'm just looking as a guide of what possibly Bitcoin could do in end of 2024, early 2025 as a possibility. NVIDIA possibly in 2024. Who knows? It is possible. And so then I found another one too. The other ones weren't as interesting to me, but the two that really caught my eye was ANF and then Imagine, or I'm just going to call it Imagine. That's going to be our code word, our nickname over there on IMGN. Where's that at? IMGN, right? Let's take a look at that one. And that one I am short. I am short on this one because it's a 70% gap followed by a 77% gap up. It's just insane. I mean, still, it's literally picking the top right now. Whether it happens or not, who knows? Whether or not I lose lunch money or not, who knows? Don't care. Of course, I care if it breaks down, but if it doesn't, then whatever. It is what it is. Lose some lunch money, not a big deal. But I've got it for at least 3 months. So, I've got 3 months for it to potentially play out and hit it. But that's crazy. So if you zoom out here, Imagine was another one, top performer of 2023. You can see the last buy signal here at April 2023 was down here at $4.48. And that pumped up from down here all the way up 612% in 1 year. That is insane move, right? That is insane. So that's why. It's because I Googled it and top performing assets of 2023 for potential shorts, right? Obviously, missed Abercrombie and Fitch company going parabolic. Obviously, I missed IMGN going 70% gaps But doesn't mean I'm gonna miss it to the downside. So we will see. We'll see. Cautiously optimistic on that short position. So we'll see. Check internet computer ICP. Crypto market cap or Binance. Let's do Binance. Ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Got very wicky up here, right? We talked about that. If it gets very wicky, it could be a trend change, right? Daily chart. I'm sure there's bearish divergence, looking like a lower high. There was a drop down from 1630 down about 36%. Looks very similar to all the other crypto assets. So not much else to add there. 4K mods. That's about it. Still trending downward. Yep. Can you look at AVAX and XRP? And when you mentioned Bitcoin, possibly could you make another high? Yeah, definitely go check out the recent videos, Tesla John. I'm not going to be able to cover all that. I'll cover AVAX though. I'll cover AVAX. But if you want more details on Bitcoin, I've been doing videos and live streams covering it all in really great detail. So definitely go check out all the previous videos over there. So let's look at AVAX for you though. AVAX. Let's see. Binance. There it is. There it is. Found it. Yeah, very similar to the other crypto assets as well. There is bearish divergence, right? Bearish divergence. It was getting overbought, and then there's a correction over here from wick to wick after hitting a longer term target to the upside. 37% so far. Currently still bearish. It's possible the bottom is in. Too early to say. That would be kind of the line drawn in the sand, right? So currently bearish as of right now. Could find support, put in a higher low, and then we'll see if price comes out to the upside. Hope that helps. Arnold. Okay, can you please check BA looking to buy? BA, is that Bank of America? Let me know all the details, Mala. That would help out. BA, Boeing Company. Okay. Boeing Company over here. Let me know if that's what you're looking at. Oh, wow. Can you please check BA looking to buy? Yeah, okay. Well, it's oversold as of right now, right? First thing I'm going to do is put on the Gapalicious over here. You got a gap over here. Could be filling that. Partial gap fill so far. So you've got, it's ultra bearish right now on Boeing Company. Massive, right? So had Friday, December 15th, it was getting overbought. Then there was bearish divergence on December 21st, and then price just started to break down hard after that. So could come back down, fill this gap at just below $200. You got the 200-week moving average of 195, and of course, it's already blown through 4 targets so far. I don't know. I'd wait for a higher probability reversal. It is ultra bearish right now on the daily chart. It's bearish on the weekly chart, right? Kind of zooming out here. It's still bearish on the weekly chart too. So probably be waiting for a higher probability reversal on Boeing, right? Might take weeks, if not months, to play out, right? You've got this kind of mapped out to like, it might not even break this downward trend line until May 2024 or more. So that's what I'd be waiting for. And I'd be watching this longer term downward trend line like that, right? If it breaks down below that, who knows where the bottom's at? Who knows where the bottom's at? After that, you got a low here, $89. You got a higher low at 113. It's possible it puts in even another higher low down here. And that was just a round trip right back down, straight back down. So we will see how it plays out. Trending towards the gap and the 200-week moving average. It's possible to find support. Too early to say. It is bearish on the weekly. It is ultra bearish on the daily. The monthly chart has a pending sell signal. So we will see over there on Bowling Company. Let me know if that's what you're looking at. Hopefully that helps. Daniel, can you check Rivian? You got it. Thanks for letting me know the NASDAQ. I have Rivian on my watch list. So let me just take a look at it here. Let's get on the daily chart, right? Still bearish on the daily chart. And so it was breaking out to the upside. And then after that, it was getting overbought, lower high, and then it just broke straight back down. It's possible it puts in another higher low here. Too early to say as of right now, right? So we're going to leave this arrow here. It was on there back here and it gapped up, came all the way back down. That was a massive move from that wick down to that wick. Another 30% move. Who said stocks aren't fun? Who said stocks aren't fun? This gap was already filled back here, from back here. Higher low, possible higher low. Too early to say. Still currently bearish as of right now. It's possible. Weekly chart had a sell signal on the weekly chart as well. Still bearish on the weekly chart. Too early to call it. So I'd be cautious. And trending dots are still green. So this could be a fake out to the downside and come back up, put in a higher low. So we'll see. Still bearish on the weekly, still bearish on the daily chart as of right now. See if it regains this trend line and then kind of lets the trending dots catch up. It's a wild animal, right? It's a wild animal. Let the trending dots kind of catch up and then maybe price comes in like that and then takes off to the upside. So we will see. Hopefully that helps, Daniel. Not much else to really report on that one. Can we please see MORV on Binance? Probably the last one. We got 4 minutes left. I didn't wear a hat, so we can't flip on backwards to go over an hour here. Ollie, what up, Ollie? Welcome back. Sushi chart, please. Sure, you got it. Sushi chart, MOVR. We're going to try to do it, knock it out. Imagine probably merge with another company. That's why it pumps that much. Yes, it was. Thank you. All right, you got it. All right, so 2 more. MOVR on Binance. Let's take a quick look at it. Thanks for letting me know the exchange over there. MOVR, Tether. Probably looking like other crypto assets. Let's see. Let's get back on the. Not much value I can add here, right? It pumps straight up and then now it's retracing back down. So, after that pump up on the daily chart, 550%, it's going through correction. You can see that this wick down here at $15.30 most likely hit 4 out of 4 targets to the downside. It's currently still holding on. It's still bullish on the daily chart. Even after that big correction, it's still currently ultra bullish on the weekly chart, but it could be letting the trending dots catch up. The trending dots are way back here at $13.50. So it's pretty far extended away, and it could continue to consolidate, and it could continue to let the trending dots kind of catch up. We'll see, right? There's not a lot of information here to say definitively what's going to happen next. It's just bullish on the daily chart and it's bullish on the weekly chart, and it has corrected probably about, like I said, about 50 something percent there. So 65%. Woo. Yeah, so corrected 65%. Too early to say. Could even come back down, retest the trending dots back here prior to making its next move. So who knows? That's MOVR. Last one, sushi. Let's go to sushi. Actually, I had sushi last night. It was pretty good. Had sushi with the wife last night. It was good. Let's see. Sushi. Woo. Buy signal on the weekly chart. May have found support at the trending dots. Still bullish on the weekly chart. Let's drop down the daily chart, right? I can tell you that there was bearish divergence. I can tell you there was a lower high that was put in, another reverse candle, price retraced back down from wick to wick over here. You're looking at about a 37% correction, even a possible double wick bottom. So a lot of similarities to what we've already talked about on crypto. So it's been going through a consolidation. So again, back above this downward trend line, back above the trending dots, pending buy signal, all that stuff is a higher probability that the bottom is in. Possible double wick bottom over here at 94 cents. We will see with that. Hope it helps. I appreciate everyone's support by smashing that like button, subscribing, and sharing all this with your friends, your family, and all of your social media accounts over there. Help me, help you, help me. Hope you have a good rest of your day on this fabulous Taco Tuesday, and we will see you tomorrow. Definitely go subscribe to the newsletter, and definitely subscribe to the free YouTube over here, and we appreciate your support. See ya.